We are outside. It's been a little chillier in the mornings, so it's perfect timing to get some great recipes for some cold weather food to really warm up your insides for dinner. We are here with David Milliner. You remember him. He's from the East Baker Historical Society, and he has an amazing recipe for some grilled chicken soup that's extra healthy for you. Good morning, David. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning, Melanie. How are you?
Doing great. Hungry, though. All right, so we have, of course. So we have a healthy grilled chicken soup recipe for everybody this morning. Tell me what's in this soup.
Well, we'll start with the grilled chicken breast, but before we put them on the grill, we actually put them in some water, let them boil a little bit, and create a stock.
Okay. And that's what starts off the soup.
Absolutely. You start your soup off with a nice stock. Then you can add your favorites. You can season it with a little bit of garlic, a little bit of onion. But we like to use little peppers and onions, so we can add some of those.
Let's rewind a little bit, because you know me, I don't know how to cook anything. So this, you literally just added chicken before you put it on the grill, boiled it up, and that's your chicken stock?
That is. You can also buy it, or you can make your stock ahead of time. Some people, they freeze it. And then, of course, when you thaw it back out, you can start your soup with that, or you can use it for a broth on some dressing, or some, make gravy out of it.
Oh, yummy. So this is no bouillon, like chicken bouillon cubes. This is the real
authentic
stuff.
This is real. This is real.
So now we're going to add all the vegetables. Add those healthy vegetables. Give it lots of colors. Miss Loretta always said.
That's right. That's right. We'll take some fresh tomatoes that we got from the downtown farmers market. Okay. We have several vendors down there that they still have product. And we only have 2 more Saturdays. It's November 5th and November 12th for this season. So we really like Albany to just come out and support that.
Absolutely. So there's 2 more Saturdays for the farmers market downtown. Definitely gather. I'm sure you can freeze some of these vegetables, and will they keep?
You can.
Maybe not a tomato, but
no, not a tomato. But I've actually taken some carrots and some green beans out of the freezer, and some sweet potatoes. And what you can do is just cut them up and make them into nice bite-sized pieces. But when you add them, they add their own flavor. So you don't have to use a lot of seasoning and little store-bought things like that. You can use its natural juice.
So I bet you don't need a lot of salt or anything like that, because you're getting all these flavors.
Absolutely. I hardly cook with salt. So we're adding carrots right now, and these things they're locally grown. We're also going to add a little bit of sweet potato.
Now, I've heard of white potatoes in a soup before, but not a sweet potato.
Exactly. A lot of people are afraid of that because they just don't know if it's going to be too sugary or if it's going to alter their recipe too much. But I tell you, you put a sweet potato in there, and its natural content really adds a lot of flavor.
I've heard of like a butternut squash soup, so I feel like this would be similar.
Absolutely. And so we're adding all those things, and we got some crackers over here for later. Okay. But we're going to go ahead and start getting set up and making sure that you guys get a chance to taste this.
Oh, yeah.
You can always add noodles, or you can add rice or anything like that to make it a little bit more hearty. But at the same time, all these natural elements right here, they're grept for it. And especially on a cold winter day.
Certainly, and who doesn't like a little warm soup on a cold winter day? We're going to have this cooking up a little bit more. We got to check on our chicken, and we'll be back checking out here with David Milliner and the East Baker Historical Society. Don't worry, we still have the grilled chicken cooking. David Milliner was about to tell me what seasonings he put on this grilled chicken for our healthy grilled chicken soup that will be absolutely perfect on a cold day. So, David, again, what were you seasoning these up with?
We use a little bit of black pepper and some granulated garlic. Okay. You can use some if you find a good brand that works for you. We do like to use a lot of natural flavors and juices though, from the regular products.
Oh, so that's the full clove of garlic that you're using?
No, this time we use actual powder. Oh, okay. Because it was just for when you're doing something like this, you don't want to take away from the timing of the soup. Once the stock is ready, you don't want it to boil too much because it'll start losing some of its savory. So
it's all about timing, and you said this only takes about 45 minutes to cook, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. About 45 minutes from start to finish. You can take your grilled chicken breast and lay it out, marinate it a little bit, and season it. Then you put it on the grill after it comes out of the stock.
So we're doing double duty on our chicken here. We're gonna walk back over. We have some finished soup, like we said. It was cooking up during this time that since you've seen David Milliner, and you added some rice to this to make it a little thicker, you were saying.
We did. You can add rice, you can add noodles. Some people like to use different pastas and for shapes and effect, but at the same time you want it to be with a lot of stock and content into it. The peppers and the onions give it a lot of flavor. You also can add tomatoes. The sweet potatoes are really coming alive in that soup, and we want you guys to taste some. The string beans and the carrots, they also help with the healthy content as well. Okay. Again, all these things come from local vendors, and you can put things up all through the winter to go back and pull them, use them as a resource, and then you can create the soup or you can do a
turning
casserole.
it on a stew
Yeah,
now.
I was trying to say a stew because I'm looking at that and I already got some ideas that are floating around in my head for a nice stew, a beef stew.
We're gonna have to have you come back on and
Beef
make
stew,
some of that
absolutely.
stew. But not only buying those local vegetables now from the farmers market, which you only have 2 more farmers markets to get those from here at the downtown Albany farmers market. But I feel like this would really keep, and you can put it back in the freezer and keep it for a cold day in case we get a warm spell. Then you
Right.
still got the soup.
Absolutely, you can put it up, and once you take it back out, it holds character, and it's a really good, healthy meal. We also want to add that with this farmers market in our historical program, we were just selected as one of the top 15 places to work in the whole state of Georgia by Georgia Magazine.
Congratulations! All right, so we're gonna spoon this up because it's a little chilly out right now. It is getting warmer, but again, I think this would be a great soup. You cook it up at night. Holidays coming up, kids are going to be home from school. This would just be a great go-to meal for the kids when they're home from school. You know, you want them to eat something healthy, but they don't want to eat their vegetables. They're kind of disguising the vegetables for the little kids.
Yeah, it's a good way to get them to have fun with their food and really taste some great products that are grown right around here.
Okay, I think you're going to hand this off to me.
Sure,
I'm going to give you this so I can taste it. But
very good.
Now, you put sweet potatoes in this instead of regular potatoes. Tell everybody a little bit more about why you did that.
You can get a lot of great sweet potatoes from right around here. We had some of our people from our historical society go down to Bainbridge just about a week ago, and they actually harvested some from a field, brought a lot of them back. And I said, you know, I got to use these for something. But when you put those in there, it adds a little bit more of a sweetness to the soup, and so it works well. And with the acid from the tomatoes and the actual content of the chicken.
No,
so,
I'll steal this back from you because this is
Sure.
just absolutely delicious. And guys, I don't like. Oh, I can hold that. I don't like sweet potatoes, but this with the chicken and all the other vegetables, it is absolutely delicious. So again, disguising those vegetables for the little kids, they'll have no idea they're getting all those healthy vegetables.
That's exactly right, and they're helping Southwest Georgia keep working, putting farmers to work.
All right, very good. Well, thank you so much, David Milliner from the East Bakers Historical Society. This is absolutely delicious soup, healthy vegetables, local farmers. Gotta love it. I don't think we could add anything else good to this soup.
Very good.
All right. Well, thank you so much again, David Milliner.